In today's video, I want to quickly go over all of the methods that I think are the best to unlock the 10,000 bones and all of the different skulls for all of the different bosses. First thing that I will say is, if you want to know this information, the mimic reward, that being the cursed ammo, is just a skin for your ammunition box that you can't even use on zombies. So if you're perhaps going for the mimic one, I don't think you really have to, unless you really want to get the kill shot operator. You still have quite a lot of days to do this, so you don't have to be exactly in a rush. And another thing I need to point out is, inside of Warzone, for some odd reason, you cannot get mimic skulls. Now this might be changed even potentially when I upload this video, but just do bear that in mind. So I will be specifically going over methods on Modern Warfare 3, since this is a Modern Warfare 3 challenge. So first of all, base zombies. Obviously this one will be best completed inside of Modern Warfare Zombies itself, but there is actually two different methods to get quite a lot of them inside of your match. First one is by going to exfil sites and farming zombies there. You can constantly call the chopper back in and just kill all the zombies that will be there. The downside is you will be having a bunch of manglers, but the better method, and one that you can actually multitask, is going and completing the Outlast objective in tier 1. So you won't even have to really upgrade your weapons too much. In this, you'll just constantly have zombies spawning in. I feel like a lot of people already know about this method, specifically for like leveling up of your weapons. But also on top of this, another really good thing about it is you can get hellhound kills in this. So we're gonna quickly jump over to the hellhound one. The best way I think to get these hellhounds is obviously from doing this. Not only will you be getting a bunch of bones for the zombies, but you'll just be getting quite a lot for the hellhounds. And I think the hellhound one is the easiest and fastest to complete and unlock, and the calling card that you get is actually pretty cool. Moving on to the last two really difficult ones, the first one being the armored zombie one. This one is actually quite challenging because you do need 600 of them. As of right now, I'm only halfway there. I think the best method for doing this is actually playing Horde point, which is the multiplayer zombies mode, where you basically play hard point with other players, but there's also zombies. The reason I think this one is the best is because the actual armored zombies that you need, which are the ones that are like fully covered in armor, are really easy to kill here. And sometimes you can just find like a bunch of skulls there because somebody picked up a nuke and like died straight after it. So here you can also collect the dog ones and the mimic ones and everything else, but specifically for armored zombies, it's actually pretty solid. But there's also a second method that you could do and just go inside of tier 3. That's where these special skull zombies will be spawning in, but it's tier 3, so you'd have to be pretty set up. So it's completely up to you. I think the multiplayer one is a bit better, but again, it's multiplayer. And now moving on to the last mimic one. One thing I need to point out is I recently made a video where I said that the best method to do it was going inside of the dark ether and killing mimics there. Now I did that video during a bug, so when I did it, I assumed that you would be able to get the skulls inside of it, but unfortunately you cannot. So there is actually no really fast strategy for the mimics. Obviously there's horde point, as I did mention, but the mimics in that are not easy to kill and they're built different. But on the side of Modern Warfare Zombies, you do have quite a few methods. So the first one is doing bounties. This one is actually pretty good, but it is RNG based, so you would have to hopefully get a mimic to spawn in. Another method is getting them randomly around the map. This can sometimes happen. Now you can also have them spawn randomly inside of tier 3, so if you want to run around tier 3, you can find them there. But the best method, unfortunately, it is in the dark ether. It is just going inside of strongholds, and specifically strongholds from tier 2 and up. Well, up to tier 3. The reason for this is because there will be 2 mimics spawning in. Once you're inside of those strongholds, when you're in tier 1, there's just going to be 1 mimic. And that's kind of it. Just do that over and over. I think it's ridiculous that you need to kill 200 of mimics. I was told that you get like a bunch of skulls from killing 1 mimic, but I only get 1. Unless I'm not, but I'm only on 12 out of 200, and I think it's crazy. Maybe it's bugged out for me, maybe it's not, I don't entirely know. So if this did help you out in any kind of way, then definitely be sure to subscribe, be sure to drop a like in the video, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.